Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 1 between ReGen Divine and Roll1 eSports. I'm talking really fast because we are just about to be starting in 999 seconds. Actually, probably not that much. I'm pretty sure Bot Guy is just trolling, so we're going to go into it. We do have bans on both Braxis and Dragonshire. The offlane maps going to be out of ReGen Divine. Roll1 eSports is going to be taking out Battlefield of Eternity and Sky Temple. So we are on our way to Towers of Doom. Here we go. Boom. Go ahead and pop that. Wow, what? That is not how that's supposed to look at all. That's not the way. What is happening? Just a problem when I set things up and then I set them up like the time of day changes and the light going onto my green screen moves very, very slightly. So here we are going right into this game. Right into this game. First ban and first pick does go on the side of ReGen Divine. We're going to go ahead and this is obviously Towers of Doom. It is kind of a big map, a global map. You definitely see some right wing and false dead priority in this here map. Also, double soakers are all the rage. So that's the Leoric, the Sonya, the Diva, and always the Malthael. We do actually have Lucio being taken out first. No high fives for you. High fives are like so 90s. Oh my god. So not gonna have them in this game. We're much, much more mature. We got social distancing going on. You have to be like the hey, not the hey. No touching, no touching. I'm in a good mood. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm also wearing actual makeup. I can do that, and it doesn't mess anything up because I am not using a filter. I'm using real life right now. Boom. We do have Stitches being banned out. Still no Brightwing. That actually really surprises me. I have to wonder what the priority will. If Brightwing makes it through this draft, I am going to have to pick my jaw up off the floor, which will be difficult because I'm not a zombie and it does not reattach easily. So hopefully that won't happen because I need that jaw. It's important. Importante. Maladies. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? That's okay. I do like Stitches on this map because obviously you have to be stationary, try and channel the objective. So a hook coming out of the shadows is definitely very big. And there's the Brightwing. At least it looks like I know what I'm talking about. Thank you very much for making me be right. So first pick coming out of the side of ReGen Divine. ReGen Divinity. That's actually something I need to do for next season. Make a note. Keep this in mind. I need to get like theme songs for each of the teams, and I can play them whenever one of the teams wins. It'll be fantastic. Would you go to have Junkrat on the Wafflecopter, or more correctly, Wafflecopter on the Junkrat? So that's what we're going to be taking care of. On the other side, we do have Stukov. They pick Stuk from the. I always struggle with his name, Waniba. No idea if I'm saying that right. I've never been corrected, so there we go. And we do have this is not Fortnite Monster Truck. Good guess. No, it has actually 4 times the letters of Fortnite. Because you know what, of and the count. I don't care about USA and the United States of America. Of still counts. Deal with it. A new Brock being picked up by a Rock Hero World, and on the other side we do have Murden and Absolute Yoda. Would help if I typed in correctly. Alright, so I got those all typed in. We do have a healer and a tank on both sides, and neither offlaner has been picked yet. So I'm not sure. Okay, they do get rid of the Grey Mage. They're like, you know what? We can't really ban out any role-specific heroes without like hurting ourselves. So we're just gonna get rid of one of the burstiest, big brain damage characters you can take. On the other side, they have both DPS in the off lane. Are they going to go ahead and play chicken? Are they going to start taking the double soakers down? You can't really do a double soaker choke just yet because there's too many of them. But we do have the possibility of Vikings as well as, of course, Leoric, Malthael, Diva, and Sonya. Some others I haven't thought of, but they're not coming to mind right now. But nope, they do get rid of the Chromie. I don't know why you say goodbye. I play Chromie. But we are playing Villains of Drizzle. We do have Kale Thoss coming. Actually, to be fair, like looking at the side of Roll1 eSports, Kale Thoss is a raid boss in WoW, as is a new Barak, and Stukov is like basically a zombie. So not entirely incorrect. You do have to work pretty hard to make Diva a villain though, so that one's where it kind of falls apart. So with D.Va being picked, that is a great pick for Malthael. Malthael can just knock D.Va out of her mech continuously. Does have pretty easy stacking against D.Va, so I don't want to say expect, but will not be surprised. But no, they actually go with Blaze, because Blaze even double soak. I'm not sure he can. And we do have the bad, bad man coming out in the form of Tychus Finley. So we do still need a second damage dealer on the side of Roll1. Who will they take? The answer is, I don't know. But you know what? Whoever they take is going to be an amazing character. To do with Cassia, kind of a hero, I guess. Cassia's kind of weird to define. But there they are. There are your teams. There's your squads. Go ahead, and it comes the everyone's most favorite part of the entire stream, the gambling. I'm going to go ahead and put this up in just a second. Probably already up by the time you're listening to this. Put your points where your mouth is. Decide who has the better draft. Decide who has your hopes and your prayers, and who you're going to be supporting with your little anime hearts. Let's do it. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and go into the game right now. Look forward to it, because here we go. All right, and with that, we are loading into the game. Very, 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 like, the intro needs to be longer, but it needs to have, like, a break point, so I can leave it early if I need to, because in this game, this always happens the first game of the night, where it just seems to take forever to actually load. But we're going to get load in here. Looking at the drafts for my own point, if I was going to bet, which I can't bet because I'm the streamer, we do go in. I do actually think they've got definitely a better kill comp. Undirect can do a lot of stuns. Stukov can drop this Hush Puddle in order to keep people from moving. And of course, Kael'thas and Cassia just wreck people that are in one place. So that's going to be a great, great blow up. On the other side, they have a lot more sustained damage. Now, Tychus just chunks people down. Tychus is going to do terrible, terrible, terrible damage to a Nubarak. But Murden, they can't hold people in place as well. Murden can stun them, and then maybe Junkrat can get a, like, it's a harder combo to pull off. So I do like Roll1 eSports build a little bit better. The thing that scares me about it is that Blaze, because I just don't think Blaze is going to be able to double soak as well as D.Va can. But I am willing to be surprised. But here we come into the game. Coming in on the blue side of the map, the Cobalt Crusaders. I think, oh, wow, why is this? I rejoined the game. That was weird. I must have gotten, like, kind of caught in the load screen, but oh well. We do go ahead and have Bankai playing the Muradin. Silent Shoe is playing Tychus. We do have Arch Valley on the Blaze. Wafflecopter playing Junkrat, and Anduin coming in on Absolute Yoda. And already we have a pause coming in. I'm not sure why, but you know what? I'll go ahead and go out to this screen, this amazing screen, everyone's favorite screen, so that no one can actually go ahead and see what's going on. Oh, yuck, yeah, that's... Bankai apparently had to, like, leave for just a second. I hope everything's okay. He definitely did not sound, like, super, super okay in the coin flip, so we'll just have to see. In the meantime, let's go ahead and go over some stats. Right now, you can see we have 0 kills and 0 deaths. Right now, Murden leading in damage with 0. The number 1 assists in terms of being helped with kills is Tychus with 0. Oh, and we do have Bankai being back. Here we go. And on the other side of the map, we have actually missed the overlays, but that's okay. We have Rock Your World playing the Anubarak. We have Big Beard playing the Cassia. Zed is coming in on the D.Va. Poe is playing the Kael'thas, and Waneba is playing Stukov. Nope, I already zoomed out. Go me. Do you want some more? always more zoom out. We enjoy being far away from the action. No, we don't actually. We do go in and have everyone going in. Arch Valley goes in and catches a spear to the face. We do go in and have the stacking talent on both Kale Floss and also the spear. Spear Rock. There is the silence. Oh, already a DM used to get Tychus out of hot water. This ReGen Divine does not quite suffer the first loss, but it's very, very close. Wafflecopter looking not too healthy. Zod getting very, very, very low, and is heading up to the top lane where Blaze already is. Coming down here, picking up experience, and going ahead and laying down the fires. To the fires and the flames, your name is Blaze. That was a great song. You all loved it. Coming down here, we may end up having that, but we do also have an engage happening down here. Rocker World going back and forth, looking for things. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Mumster, in the middle of a cast, you got to keep your message a little bit spicier and punchier if you actually want me to go through and read them, because that's a lot of stuff, and there's stuff happening at all times. We do go and have both mercenary camps being picked up on the side of, well, both teams. Does look like D.Va has gone ahead. What did D.Va take as her level 1? Did go ahead and take full metal, so she will be healing slowly off of this double soak, but it does mean that she can be a little bit attacked by Arch Valley here. Go down below. It looks like we have another big engagement coming in. There is a boop back. Bankai tries to go for the move, but does realize he's a little bit out of position. This one dwarf toss right out of there. Here's everyone else kind of moving on through, knocking on you. Here is Zod going ahead and running forward, going ahead and doing this double soak. Both teams about level 4 right now. Look at our level 4 talent, something jumps up. We do go ahead and have In the Rhythm from Tychus. Did not go for Master Assassin. No, no, no. Amazing. Oh my gosh, gasps. I don't have to overact anything, which is always a plus. We are up to 14 stacks, 15 on Thunderstroke, 5 on Mana Addict. That is 25% of the way to done, but still 75% of a failure if I am done in Vermilion. Monster. Here, everyone kind of moving back and forth. Bankai going ahead and screening this. We do have Absolute Yoda in the back, about to start channeling it most likely. But Rock Your World is up there. It goes ahead and throws some spikies through. Just up top, we do have the nice gentleman's agreement as both channels get channeled up there. But the battle for the bottom one continues. Are they both going to come all the way down? That is the question. Bankai gets a nice bit of damage. Does go back down to about half health. And it looks like they are both on their way down. Arch probably going to get here just a second earlier, but here is D.Va. D.Va has the bomb. Someone set her up the bomb. But they actually get the channel. Yoda goes in and gets it. That's going to be an extra 4 points of damage going to the side of a Rock Hero World. Wafflecopter goes in and gets hit by the D.Va bomb, but is going to go ahead and walk right on out of here. We will notice that Wafflecopter is going ahead and tying into the Zerg and is using the infested Tychus skin. So wants to, it's kind of trying to help make sure Stukov doesn't attack them. I'm seeing very slight lag spikes. I really hope that's not affecting the players. Alright, we do have a Bankai. What is causing this? This is really weird. Alright, here's everything else. A lot of stun happening. Bankai in the middle, a lot of not happy. In the middle, it does look like Rock Your World's going to be the first one to go down as Junkrat goes ahead and secures himself. Here's the thing. Have you ever seen one of those like memes where it's just like, oh, you know what? I saw a fighter, and so I burned down the building. Well, that's kind of Junkrat in a nutshell. There's a really big spider in the name of Nubarak, and so he just uses high demolition explosives. And you know what? The spider died. Also dying is Cassia being taken out by the Maraudin Murden, except not Maraudin Murden because that's a banned skin. We are up to about a level lead on the side of ReGen Divine.
Take the altars and put an end to the
Absolutely Yoda coming back here and going ahead and being the master of the shrine. Looks like there's no real attempt to move this away because they don't even have Cassia. And there goes another 4 shots powering through, landing on that.
Enough of this charade. Bring down the Gravekeeper's core.
I will not return to those wretched mines.
Yoda going ahead. Yoda just like scouring out, being like, no one knows I'm here. I'm hiding in the bushes. Did Yoda go get a soda? Yoda wanted to buy a soda. There's a big ol'. They are going to go ahead and make use of the fact that they have their heroes to opponent's stone. And there goes another Anubarak. This time being taken down by a bad man. We do go in and have Avatar being picked up by the Merton. Commandeer Odin being picked up by Tychus. A Light Bomb on the Anduin. Rip Tire, as we just saw used. And then Bunker Drop coming out of Monsieur Blaze. On the other side, speaking of Blaze, they are fighting into the D.Va. D.Va has bomb ready. D.Va also has their ult. They are going to be taking micro missiles. Cocoon coming out of the Anubarak. We have Valkyrie coming out of the Cassia. It looks like Stukov and Kalthos are just a bit indecisive. Nice pull it. Absolutely good, in a lot of trouble. Valkyrie did push him right back in, and we do have a kill onto both of Junkrat and also the Anduin. That's his name. This is a 3 versus 5. They should not be engaging this. They should try and get away. Tygus goes back. Bankai is on the full retreat. We have Arch Valley getting out of here, and this looks like there will be a double turn in on the side of Roll1 eSports. Arch Valley, you madman? This is not a good idea. All right, that was just kind of a, I hate to say it, but donation of an extra kill. Like, if that was 3 versus 1. I don't care how much of a badass you are. We do have more of these sapper camps being picked up. Moving down here. We do already have a lot of the front wall being taken down. Boop. That's the sound of buildings being broken. Boop. We're going to have continued aggression here, but Arch Valley does have to move back in order to get this so. So here we have Roll1 Zad up here. A lot of experience not being picked up by this Blaze. I'm going to not going to say this proves me right, but I am going to say that this is what I was talking about, where Blaze has a hard time. Blaze isn't even trying. Blaze is moving down in order to make this a 5 versus 4 because D.Va is in the top lane. But seeing that is coming in, they're not going to try and move it. There's a great stun coming from the Kalthos. Goes ahead and lifts Bankai into the air and prevents him from actually being able to really make the engage. That's just going to cause more experience to go the side of Roll1 eSports.
The altars rise again.
Altars are coming up. They're coming up. A lot of damage onto the D.Va. They are going for the body block, and D.Va will get debacked. Will they go ahead and get baby D.Va as well? No, as the rest of the team shows up and says, leave our baby D.Va alone. But Bunker does come out for Arch Valley. No actual kill. I thought he was dead for sure. Great reaction. Great ability to press that R button.
Do not disappoint me.
So here we have another engagement over this one. Both teams have 28 health left on their core. Zod comes in here from the top. He's going to go ahead and use micro missiles over the wall in order to stop that from happening. Commandeer Odin is out, doing a lot of damage. There's a lot of clumped up units over here that are falling to the Odin's like sequenced attacks. There is Zod once again just putting in a lot of damage in. Yoda is trying to channel. Do they have another? They do not have another micro missile. It has to actually charge into the midst of it, down to about half health. Arch Valley is looking for this. There's Phoenix going in. Oh, nice jump in with the light bomb. Light bomb catches 3 people. Hold them for just a second. There's a lot of damage. Zod is out of the D.Va mech, but does go ahead and get back in. It was not actually knocked out of it to go ahead and detonate the bomb. We have a lot of damage. Very low health bars on really both sides. There is a pull out, but they got Bankai. Bankai does not mean being in the front. That's where he wants to be anyway. This time we do have Zod being knocked out of the mech, and it does look like Yoda's going to get that turned in. No one is nearby. They do go ahead and pick up their sapper camp, but that is a flimsy reward for what ended up being another 4 shots going their score, knocking their core down to 24 health. And with that, we do go ahead and have everyone kind of moving through. Bankai goes ahead and gets a great stun from the bushes. However, yeah, it gets pulled out, but it ends up, doesn't even matter. They tried so far and came. Oh, but we do have a counter kill onto Cassia. Very, very low health on the Anduin. Anduin needs to be careful. There's Wafflecopter going in, getting a lot of damage into one Neva as Neva trying to stay here. But Blaze does go down. Did kind of get caught onto the Hush Puddle. Here's everyone else kind of moving on through, getting all the things done. All the things, every single thing. Well, D.Va's up here just getting extra push. Kind of interesting use over time, honestly. If you have that much time and don't need to double soak, I'm surprised you didn't just get the sappers because that gives you experience. We do currently have a 2-level lead, or I guess a level and a half lead, but right now it's 2 on the side of Roll1 eSports. They do have their level 16s unlocked. And we have a triple altar phase here. However, with the rotation up, we do have a lot of damage coming in. Silence coming down. We do have a blind. It does look like, just barely gets to that bunker, but they are trying to make sure nothing happens. Blaze goes down. Bankai in a lot of trouble. The rest of the team is nearby, but it would be a 4 versus 5 at this point. Very, very nice detonation, but we don't have level 20 yet, so they don't get the cooldown reduction. Bankai tries to delay this, but is going to end up just donating, or like giving his life. I won't call that a donation. That was a good rotation coming in from Roll1 eSports. And we are back to 20 versus 20. This fight is, or this map always just makes really, really close fights. It doesn't look like we'll be trading out once. This one is going to be converted over to the side of Gravekeeper. But down here, we have the Raven Lord taking out the lower fort. Here comes the engage. Oh, Light Bomb comes out, but we have a kill onto both the healer and Tychus. Are going to try and get out of here, but it looks like there's a lot of just synergy coming out. But level 16s are online on the side of ReGen Divine.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
They're going to move back over here, retake bottom lane. That was a really, really heads-up play. They tried to go in and juke them by going down below, but they ended up getting caught right in this section right here. Right now we are back to 4 versus 4, but interestingly, the forts are not being cooperative. We have a double altar phase up top, and here's where the real fight will happen. We have Zed going in a little bit ahead of everyone else. Needs to be careful. Unstoppable comes in for Rock Their World. There is the stun. D.Va Bomb goes in the backline, tries to keep everyone in place. We do go and have a very quick kill off on Anduin. Wafflecopter trying to get away, having a hard time. Just go and get shot by D.Va. And here are the sappers. These will go ahead and shoot if they come across that line. Very, very close.
You're losing your touch.
All right, they're going in, but they do go in and get both channels. So we are no longer at 20 versus 20. We are now at 17 to 14. As you see at the top of the screen, I don't know why I'm reading that like you can't see it. All right, Archvalley, nice, nice, nice. Pickle fire from the diva. Pickle fire, that's what I said. I don't know what it means, but you know what? That's okay. Level 20s are online on the side of Roll1 eSports. Oh, wow. A 2-level lead for the team with a better double soaker. Imagine that. I actually don't know if that's what caused it, but I'm going to go ahead and take credit. Actually, let's check real quick. So yeah, we do have 23,000 XP coming out of the diva versus 15,000. Now, I will say Blaze has rotated down to be with the team a bit, so that's not a true way to look at it, but I'm still going to like claim intelligence because I kind of said that would happen. And now I'm going to go ahead and try and get all of the forts on the map. We do have this team down here, but I do think they'll at least suffer some shots because this will be taken before they can respond to it. With all of them down, we should go ahead. There's with our first shot. Trying to watch it, you can't.
Impressive.
There's the fight. They don't want to just trade out force and take one shot over and over and over again. They are almost about a third of the or a fourth of the way towards level 20. It looks like this will be channeled by the Cassia, and there are another 6 shots coming across the map. Bam! Down to 7 health. The combined boss will lower that to 3, which is super critical status. Blaze is going to up here, go ahead and try and get this. Level 20 is on the line for ReGen Divine. On the line, ReGen Divine looking fine. We have the Odin out, going ahead and doing nukes as well. Speaking of nukes, we do have the Diva Bomb going right off. Bankai a little bit of a split fight as the Odin tries to come in from below, but now it is engaging. The flank is on, but a lot of the health bars of ReGen Divine not able, and Waffle Cop having to back out. Big Beard looking for this. There's a big old nuke coming down and knocking Big Beard down about half health. That is also not looking very, very well. Bankai goes in for the attack. Rocket World goes in and catches the nuke in the butt, and we do have the spider being crushed one more time. I actually think it's a beetle, not a spider, but you know what? That is, at the end of the day, kind of the same thing. Beetle spiders, they're all yucky. Bankai down to single digits health. Did you guys see that? Because I saw that. Hike is down to even less than single digit health as he goes ahead and goes down. That was still 2-4-1 in favor of ReGen. This could be the comeback they need. All right, Absolute will go ahead and move into this. Meanwhile, Archvalley and Bankai are going in to run interference. R1Z looking very, very low, but does have just now have bomb and going to go ahead and get out of that. Archvalley in a lot of trouble. It's about to go ahead and catch a bomb. Crack a boom. Archvalley goes down. It is a 3 versus 3 at this point, but R1 Poe is channeling. No one is over there to stop them. And there goes another 5 shots coming in. So lower the core of ReGen Divine down to 2 health within boss of ending. Here's everyone else. They are watching boss. They realize it is a win condition for their opponents. They should try and get that off the map if they can, but it's dangerous. They are not Darkwing Ducks, so they don't want to get dangerous. However, there is a nice 3-person connect, I think. Okay, they decided to go for the 1-person connect. I dearly hope Junkrat did not take the upgrade. I don't know why you wouldn't take the triple, because doesn't that give you an instant refresh? All right, they're going to take boss, but their opponents seeing that go ahead and take bottom. Now someone needs to go. They cannot let two of these sappers in. If these sappers cross the line, they will just straight up lose.
Do get ready. Red team has destroyed a fort. Blue team has destroyed a fort.
All right, this is do or die moment for ReGen because obviously they have to get
Another
both of
tower
these and they have to
under
stop these sappers. There's so many loss conditions right now. Here comes the Rip Tower coming in. Crack a boom, hits 4 of them, instant reset. There's another, but it's so far away. We do have Kael'thas down here, and Kael'thas gets the channel. That is the end of the game, and we do go ahead and have Roll1 eSports does win game number 1 here on Towers of Doom. I know that was an epic game. It's really weird to not have the series be, like, not over. Towers of Doom is the game or the map you're supposed to end a series on, not begin it. But you know what? These guys don't play by the rules. These guys don't play by the rules, and it ain't easy to play for fools. So come on, let the room get chiller. Come on, dirty brother killer. I'm having fun. Regardless, we'll go ahead and very quickly come back over here because I like being on camera because I look amazing today. What the heck? There we go. That fixes it. We do have, in terms of the ever-important healing, Stukov really, really leading the way. Heals for 93,000 over the course of the match. Wonderfully, wonderfully, wonderfully done. Looking at damage, we do have Tychus. Percent damage is cheating, but still coming in with 81,000 healing over the course of the match. R1 or Poe comes in with 67,000, and then Junkrat with 64. And then looking at Zod, we do have Zod leading the way, beating out the competition by 12,000 experience. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. My hat's wait. My hat's off to you, sir. With that, we'll go ahead and in this one, I will see you in just a little bit for game number 2. Don't go anywhere because you know I'm still going to be here. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome to game number 2 on Wait. Let me get the voice right. Infernal Shrine. I don't know if I actually got it on camera, but it sounds very, very close to that. So we do go ahead and have this map was picked by ReGen Divine. They chose map pick after losing game number 1. We do go ahead and have Roll1 eSports with first ban and first pick. They are going to choose to ban Hanzo. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say Hanzo. I am so confused. Okay, so this has nothing to do with anything, but for some reason I just saw the word Phoenix Wright and I have no idea where. I'm like, where was I just looking? Am I having a hallucination? Lucio continues to be a ban from ReGen Divine. Do I have Brightwing? Continue to be the ban. This is still a big enough map. They don't want to deal with Brightwing. And then a new Brock. Okay, it's a slight change from last time. I'm trying to remember what their second ban was last time. Don't remember though. Ow, that hurt my eye. We do go and have a new Brock being taken out, but once again, Waneba really likes their Stukov and does not want to risk anyone else taking it from them. So first pick Stukov coming from Don Juan. I do not know. I don't even know their gender. That might be a very, very, like, not cool thing to say. And if so, I apologize. Yoda, again, also says, you know what? I like Anduin. We'll have a heal off. Let's go. The Arch Valley decides to ditch the Blaze and says, this is a Hogger map. I'm going to bounce forever. Hogger. Hogger. Oh, Hogger map. Rock Your World is going to go from a new Brock over to Stitches, but we do have Poe staying on the Kael'thas. Can't imagine why they didn't want to play a new Brock again. It clearly has nothing to do with the fact it was banned. Oh, thank you very much, Basunas. I appreciate that. That makes a lot of sense. So, yep, Stitches was not banned, so it does get picked up. They know there's a high chance it'll get banned in this third one because they wanted to ban it second before. So they do go ahead and get rid of Zad's Diva. Said these bombs are terrible, especially combined with a Valkyrie pulling us in. And even though we could ban the Cassia, you've also got a hook to pull us in, so that's kind of the same thing. All right, they get rid of the Maiev. Interesting. Obviously, some bit of scouting coming out there. That is curious because already they've got 2 non-frontline heroes. I guess Stukov kind of likes to play a little close to the front, but not that much. All right, Muradin is coming out for Bunkai one more time, but this time Wafflecopter is going from Junkrat over to the Mephisto. This is where immature casters like me say that Roll1 eSports better get ready to get Mephisted. I can't make this joke on official cast, so I have to do it here. And like I said, super okay, Big Beard is going to go ahead and take the Tigers. And Zul coming out of Zod. That is not confusing at all. Zod playing Zul. Guess I'll tell you now that mercy's off the table.
Unbridled energy.
Ooh, interesting. We have Shu coming in with a Kerrigan. Part of me immediately want to see that as a Maiev. And be like, oh, Maiev and Kerrigan is a great combo. You pull them in, then Maiev just goes crazy. But Maiev is banned, so that doesn't even matter. So Kerrigan keeps them from running away, gives Mephisto a good angle to go in and catch a lot of them. We have Hogger going freaking hog wild all over the enemy team. On the other side, though, we do go in and have Stitches pulling them in to the stun from Kael'thas. I do still like Roll1 a little bit better, but this is a much, much closer draft, and I really want to see what that Kerrigan can do. Some Kerrigans go freaking crazy, and I am here for it. Let's go ahead and get in the game. I'll go ahead and start predictions right about now. So put your money where your mouth is. Last time I did refund your points because nobody bet on Roll1. Terrible people. All right, and here we go into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, coming in on the blue side. We've got the Regency of Rebellion, ReGen Rebels. Nice little R alliteration, if you will. We do go and have Bankai on the Murden. Silent Shoe is playing Kerrigan. Arch Valley is on that Hogger. Wafflecopter coming in on the Mephisto. And Absolute Yoda playing the Anduin. On the other side of it, we do have a Roll1 eSports. Hey, did they also start with an R? I'm freezing here. The Regalia of Revolution. We do have a Roll1 eSports. Rock Your World is playing the Stitches. Zed is on Zod is on Zul. We have Poe playing Kael'thas. Big Beard is playing Tychus. And Waneba is playing the Stukov. So here we have a nice play up. We'll go ahead and pull this up. Looking at our level 1 towns, we can go ahead and have Mana Addict. We have the Kael'thas on the prowl on that Hogger. Stitches is going with Patchwork Creation. Stitches has not gotten level 13 yet. Come on, Slacker. It's only a one-step quest. Let's go. How hard can it be to get 13 quickly? So we do go and have the Zul versus Hawker matchup up here. Yeah, that's going to happen a lot. That's the problem with trying to make Hogger unstoppable. It does not work. Wafflecopter gets set on fire. I feel like demons should be immune to fire damage. You all do have a very quick camp pickup over here by Silent Shoe and Absolute Yoda. And can we just take a second and admire this Kerrigan skin? It is freaking beautiful. I do have to wonder if you're using it, why you don't use the super pretty pink version. Right, here's everyone else. Nice double soak come out. Zed looking very, very worse for wear as Absolute Valley comes in here, tries to look for this. Zed's going to be like, I'm getting out of here. This lane is scary. Meanwhile, we do go in and have Poe and Waneba moving down, trying to get this. But Bankai goes straight into them. Says, I don't care. I'm a dwarf. I live forever. Does not end up living forever. Narrator, he did not live forever. But we do go ahead and have... Now, Arch Valley did move down into this, so they do have an advantage. And they are going to use that advantage to go ahead and get a gold Tychus. Looking for Rock Your World. Rock Your World is going to get away, but does go ahead and hook a minion in. Says, this is Steve. Steve is going to freaking die. Get over here. All right, Wafflecopter goes ahead. There is the teleport coming from... Oh, great, great. I love that. Says, okay, I know exactly where you're coming back to, and you're going to stand over here. Wafflecopter to get a lot of damage. Is not going to get out of here, I don't believe. Nope. We do go in to get off. 2 kills to 2. 5 level apiece. Dead even, but a slight experience advantage on the side of Roll1 eSports. Primarily because Arch Valley came down in order to participate with a fight, and Zod did not. Bankai gonna stay here in the bush, be like, yeah, you just keep doing that, Hogger. You're doing a good job. Come on, lad. You got this. Flame Bird impression. I hope you all like it. Now, here's the thing. Zod may just stay down here. Zod or Zul is one of the best pushers in the entire game. I really need to pick up Zul. I feel like he's super helpful in certain situations. All right, it does currently look like Roll1 eSports is going to go ahead and occupy this place. Not going to actually be like contested too much by ReGen. They're just right now trying to get soaked and trying to make sure they don't fall too far behind. It's weird they're kind of making a weird like double play where they're just like, yeah, we're not going to fight you, but we're also not going to really commit to the lanes.
Red team has summoned a mortal punisher.
Nicely done. I was going to say, Bankai does not have an unstoppable, but he doesn't need one. He's got a leaps. He got leaps. Mortal Punisher is the first one out. They do get the entire front wall, which is kind of the thing that you look for. Are they actually going to go ahead and get the... It looks like, yes, they're going to go ahead and get the move well, which is amazing. They are not... Are they actually going to get this keep? Or fort? Beep, beep, beep. Is everyone else? We had to move it on in. It looks like Zod is very, very good at playing his Hogger. Great job not letting Hogger get him into... That's one of the things. Hogger's really good at clearing the shrines, but not so good. These lanes are very, very big and open. And we do once again. Hogger is down here doing a bounce, but it looks like we'll be bouncing themselves out of this life. Hogger goes down. We do have Bankai going in just a second later, but no ults yet, no light bomb. And Silent Shoe goes back in. The Queen of Blades is now the Queen of Corpses. As she goes ahead and gets out of here, Bankai going to get a dwarf hop over. But once again, we do have level 10s now online on the side of Roll1 eSports. We are going to see the Gorge coming out of the Stitches. Poison Nova on that Zul. Commandeer Odin on the Tychus. Flailing Swipe on Stukov. And Kel'Thas just does not know. Too busy killing Wafflecopter right there. And Wafflecopter goes down. Part of me wants to know how he got over there, but I'm sure a hook was involved. Speaking of a hook, Absolute Yoda being the next target. Level 10s are now online on the other side. We do go down Hogger getting a Hortipult. Avatar coming out of the Murden. Light Bomb on the Anduin. The Endurance of Hate coming out of the Mephisto. And some Ultralisk on the Kerrigan. So I do want to point out that the entirety of Roll1 East, or the entirety of ReGen went ahead and picked their ults before Kel'Thas thought about it. I mean, maybe they were waiting to find out if Pyroblast, or were they waiting on one of the ults? Possibly Anduin's? That would surprise me.
Shrine gathers power. Claim it in my name.
Hero slain.
Should have zoomed in on that. That was a whoops on my part. I feel like Kel'Thas's Pyroblast is just a fancier version of Last Rites. Because basically you have to be at about the same amount of hit points for it to kill you. Alright, and we do go and have this Arcane Punisher being right now taken. Although it does look like there is, Bankai goes and gets a 3-man Light Bomb. There is a big old business in the back line. We do have Kel'Thas going down. Rocky are working a lot. We do have Hortipult in the back. Looking for, got a little bit bounced. Had to go ahead and Hortipult right back out. There's a lot of damage onto the Stitches. Stitches in this Hush Puddle. But he's the friendly Hush Puddle, so that does not matter. Up to 15. They are very, very close, but there is a big old stun coming in. We're going to have a not very long living Zul. Would try to go in and get the Poison Nova, but Poison Nova was not quite off cooldown yet, so was not able to actually press that R button. The R button did nothing. So remember I said that we had the Arcane Punisher going the side of Roll1? Shut my mouth, because it looks like it is now being stolen away by ReGen Divine. who has summoned Arcane Punisher. So it is going to come out. They need to go ahead and balance this, but they have lost their bottom port. They have lost their top port. They already have sent Hogger back in order to deal with this, but Stitches goes down. Stitches is going to no longer be alive, and that is a great start. You have Zul already committing to the double soak, so this is only going to be 3 people defending against a 4-man push plus the Punisher. Balancing out the bottom lane. Push moving up, it only has about 30% of his health left. They really want to get this wall if possible. One of the things goes down. There's the leap, but they do go ahead and abandon this. Zul very wisely moving back. Bankai goes ahead and screens this. And they do move straight down into bottom camp. They're going to take advantage of this time while they've got it. Put pressure on all of the lanes. There's rotation up here. They're looking at their shaman camp. That means they're kind of that means no one is answering bottom lane right now. That's not something they start taking care of pretty soon. That could lead to a lot of problems. Also, this Stitches is a little bit out in the like. I get you're looking for a sneaky hook, but there's no team near you, so I don't know what you think he'll do with it. All right, it does look like they're going to move down here and take care of bottom lane before it really becomes a problem. Exactly the right call. Looks like the next Punisher will be up top, and it will, of course, be frozen, because we've already seen a Infernal, and that's not 100% true. You can actually see them not go in that order, but it's super rare. Yeah, that was a bit of a oof. Once again, they ended up kind of fighting, even though both Kerrigan and Hogger weren't with them, which definitely was not advisable. When you saw the Zul lead with Poison Nova, you knew the entire enemy team was there. Alright, I'm going to move up here and take care of the Shaman camp before it gets too much value. Definitely, again, the right call to make. All of the members of ReGen Divine are back up and are moving across this map, but there's nothing left to take. All the mercenary camps have been taken. Level 16 is online for both sides.
Be ready. A shrine gathers power. You will take it for me.
Looking for a hook into an Arch Valley. Shrine is active. We're going to go ahead and start moving into this Frozen Punisher up here in the top lane. This is definitely priority for ReGen Divine to try and take, because they already have the fort down up here. So they want to make sure their opponents don't get it, but their opponents are already up to 15. You need to be careful of that Poison Nova. Poison Nova is the big damage coming out of this team. Bankai takes some fire to the face. Bankai takes some more fire to the face. There is the nice light bomb. Zul goes right in the middle because there's a decent bit of damage to the whole team, but is going to go ahead and pay with his life. And that triggers go in, but Bankai also goes down. We do go in and have Arch Valley trying to make sure the Stitches can't go anywhere. Stitches does get stopped, but there is a kill onto Hogger. Almost a kill onto Arch Valley. Absolute Yoda. Talent Shoot takes a huge bit of damage, and it does look like this is going to be going the way of Roll1 eSports. So here they go in, going over the shrine, going to get knock over all the minions. This is going to be Sally, the Frost Elemental, coming out. going to be helping out the side of Roll1 eSports, going straight down the lane. Big Beard is going ahead, throwing that grenade, looking for some pickups. On the bottom of the map, they are going to go and try and get some value. Silent Shoe and Absolute Yoda looking into just knocking into these minions, trying to go ahead and get a little bit of pressure. It's a shame they don't actually have any ability to actually get over the wall right there. Get a free hit on that, but unfortunately they don't. Waffle Copter to come over here, going ahead and just started spitting death into these guys. Alright, here is the defense. Mephisto comes back as well. This is going to be the full 5-man defense back here. Lot of pressure onto this middle lane, and Zul is not with them. So this will be a affirmative defense, looking on the side of ReGen. Looks like this will be cleaned up before any real damage is done, thankfully. But they do not get the keep. And that is kind of the critical thing for ReGen Divine. They did not lose a keep. Now we do go ahead and have... That was kind of odd. I don't know why you'd move in and then not commit to it. I guess Arch Valley realized he couldn't bounce because he ended up not getting there in time. You know, up here we have a big engagement onto the Shaman camp. Going ahead to be a full retreat coming out of ReGen. Oh, but down here... little bit of a rotation being caught by Silent Shoe. And they're going to move up here right now. There is a big stun happening on Stitches. Stitches not going to be alive for much longer. Arch Valley come in. There is the leap in by Bankai. The push back. We're going to have one Neba taking a lot of damage and going to be taken out. A full minute down for 3 of the 5 members of Roll1 Esports. And that is going to be a great, great opportunity to turn this map. Unfortunately, there's mercenary pressure in 2 of the lanes, so I don't know how much they can really get done with it. But already Bankai and Waffle Copter are looking into mid lane. This is gutsy, to say the least. Poe back here in the back line needs to be careful. Must make sure he does not donate anything to this. Bankai going in. There is another big ol'... Man, Poe is so good at landing these. I've seen so many things. Yeah, but that is going to trigger the retreat. They realized that Zul is now coming back. They had a little bit of value, but I wish they could have gotten more. It does look like the next one will be an Arcane Punisher in the middle of the map. Alright, get that cleaned up. Looked like for a second the keep was in danger, but no, they'll go and make sure that does not happen. Bankai Dwarf hops, but is kind of caught. And, oh, that's such a disgusting combo. That's why I need to pick up Stitches. Being able to, like, root someone on a cooldown and be like, okay, they're going to be right there, Stitches. Deal with them. There's the double pull coming out of our Absolute Yoda. Wonderful to see. But that means the pull is on cooldown. Are they concurrent cooldowns? So that's like a 70-second cooldown? I don't know if they both come back or if there's a second 70 seconds as soon as the first one finishes. I don't play enough Anduin, so that's a bit of a problem for me. Alright, Chrysalis comes out of Kerrigan. The shield to come out at almost no health. Okay, shield a little bit. Vector World looking in there. There is the pull in from Kerrigan. A big old Poison Nova comes out of the Zul. We do have a little bit of damage coming in. The Ultralisk goes down. I'm sorry, Ultralisk. We do go ahead and have the Stukov being taken out. This is a very, very big turnaround. There is a bomb coming out, but there is the stun. Arch Valley not able to do anything. Waffle Copter and Opposite Yoda coming around from the side, looking for an engage, and Big Beard may be in trouble here. Actually went through the objective, but that seems a bit much. Waffle Copter looking at this. Bankai hot on their heels. They may have to stop the pursuit as they go ahead and run right into that keep. But it does look like we're going to have the Arcane Punisher coming out on the side of ReGen Divine. They're going to go in there. They have 24 seconds until Stukov is back on the map. It does look like they've gone ahead and sent back Arch Valley in order to make sure that this soak does not become a problem. Meanwhile, they do have Kael'thas down here. It looks like Mephisto's getting this taken care of right now. Oh, they actually did get this. I did not notice that in that last push. That's kind of critical. There's a big old stun coming out on Rock Your World. Rock Your World just is absolutely melted. Just go ahead, just actually avoids the Kerrigan stun, which is thankful. There's a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Just a massive amount of health bars going down. And we have Wafflecopter being poisoned, but the plot does not matter when you're dead. We also had the Pyroblast land a second later, so that was the very, very hard commit, hard picked off coming out. Wanted to make sure that Mephisto would not be in this fight, and Mephisto will not be around. Unlike Mothgill and Diablo, Mephisto cannot come back. He's not that kind of Diablo hero. Rock Your World is looking for this. I expect a hook in just a second. It feels like that what happens is that during all the times it's not a 5-on-5 fight, the Roll1 eSports wins. They have a like slightly better engage and pick off. But during the actual 5-on-5, when everyone engages together, the ReGen Divine does end up winning. Their ability to synergize more for an actual team situation. And guys, you did not tell me this was up this whole time. I'm not going to notice it because I'm used to seeing it there. Now, honestly, they could almost just walk these forward and just, like, shadow them in the corners. Wait for the clear team to show up. Although these actually might go down because they have no wave to support them. Nope, they will not do that. So I was going to say, since they win a 5 versus 5 situation, they can just engineer a 5 versus 5. So we do have the teams moving down. Rock Your World going to lead the charge. I'm surprised at the full disengage there. They didn't try and take advantage of the fact that Rocky... Okay, there is Wafflecopter avoiding that hook. This is what I just don't know if you actually gorge Mephisto while he's teleporting. Does that break the port back? I feel like it actually does, but I'm not positive. So a lot of pressure here in bottom lane. They could, in theory, send a Hogger up to clear the shrine real quick while they try and defend this. But that was a very, very early Poison Nova, especially when they weren't going to commit to it. That feels like a bit of an ouch. So if I move, Rock Your World is kind of leading his team by a bit. There will be an opportunity to actually catch them right here as they come through. Monkai's looking for it, but the rest of the team is not quite exactly with him. Obviously, they don't necessarily know that Rock Your World was already all the way up there. Oh, again, just a second. Like, a lot of damage comes through. Oh, just barely misses that hook. That was not a dodge. That was a, like, range situation. If only they were level 13. This is going to be a Frozen Punisher coming down top lane again. This may actually be a game-ending situation, and yes, we do have the re-engagement. They do realize there is the stun landing on Zad. Zod does have Poison Nova up. I was about to say they didn't, but I would have been lying. And we do have Zod going down. Bankai very, very, very low. Does go and get taken out by the poison damage. Just got caught right at the edge of that. It is 1 for 1 so far, but actually 1 for 2 because Mephisto is still down. We have Hogger going down in the back. Silence Chu and Absolute are the only two alive. But that is going to trigger a Frozen Punisher coming out on the side of Roll1 eSports.
Red team has summoned a frozen Punisher.
Alright, here's everything else. Lot of damage, and Waffle Cover actually still alive somehow. Big Beard gets a lot of damage. Silence Shoe in the middle of a lot of it. And I said a lot like 8 times because I'm super, super good at vocabulary. Meanwhile, the Punisher is still up. And we have double catapult on core. It looks like they were just like, we want to get some kills before this game ends. But Bankai and yeah, it's like a miscommunication between the teams that actually happened there. So they're here. Here comes the re-engage coming around, taking some free shots by the keep, but I do not think it ends up mattering. And there is game number 2 going over to the side of Roll1 eSports. They will take the series here on Infernal Shrines, which is so weird. Why is Towers of Doom not the first one to go down? So I'm going to go in and set up an interview. While I do so, just so anyone knows, if any of you want to say words and you can't because you haven't verified your account and you're a little bit like weird about like, I don't really want to give my phone number to Twitch because they're kind of bad at protecting personal information as evidenced by the fact they just got hacked. Totally respect that. If you follow the channel, then 24 hours later, you will have access to talk. I'm the victim of a lot of hate raids, and so kind of got to make sure that just random people can't just start talking from like a drop of a hat. It's bad. Just to let you know that that's a thing. So next time you're here, you'll be able to speak. All right, and hello, hello, hello. I am being joined by Zod.
Hello.
How is everything?
Well, really good. It's Canadian Thanksgiving, so we had turkey and then we had Nexus slaying of minions.
So I guess that's a good question. What are you thankful for?
Well, right now, thankful for my family, thankful for my team. Also thankful for the casters. It's kind of cool playing against Bankai because he's cast a ton of our games, so it's really neat to play against someone who has the perspective of our team from, I think he's cast like just under half our games at least. And then yourself for picking it up, because having casters makes it way easier to learn from the replays than if it's just our POV streams.
Well, absolutely my pleasure. Yeah, Bankai did not end up picking up this game, a slacker.
Yeah, why can't he cast and play at the same time?
It is funny they actually made a rule about that, which is like, really?
I mean, I guess if you had enough of a delay, it could maybe.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to make sure that everything like works correctly, and I'm bad at it.
That is okay.
So yes, obviously you were the off-laner in games 1 and 2. So you were the one person that I almost never got to have on camera. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, it's actually really funny when the off-laner gets to do the interview, because it's like, this is 99% of the time I'd get on any stream.
I did go up there and watch a little bit because I'm an off-laner myself, and so I have a special place in my heart for us. But
yes, it's a good community of people who like to be alone together.
people always kind of joke. I'm like, yep, I went ahead and joined a competitive Heroes of the Storm team. The first thing I decided is I want to not play with the team.
Right?
But I do have to say, actually, that leads us into our first segue because it definitely felt like
Yep.
there was a bit of a difference of opinion in terms of what the offlane does between you and your opponent. Because in game 1, Blaze was just always wandering down into the team fight, and you were like, okay, have fun. And it definitely showed by the end of the game because you just crushed them in soak, but that's what happens when you soak and they don't.
Well, totally. One of the things, one of like the people I used to really like back in the HDC days was Wubby. And like one of the takeaways like I got from watching Wubby or like listening to him is that like off lane is he called it like macro support versus being like a solo laner, if that makes sense. So we try to just, if I can't see Blaze, I just let the team know and they try to like back up, like away from like half or more risky zones, so we can try to like, well, if you're rotating and you don't get a pick and I get soaked, we trade up, right, over time.
Oh, absolutely. Like, 100% understand what happened. It was kind of funny, just the different styles and that. Also,
Totally.
while we're on the subject, what is going on having Towers of Doom be the first map? That is the epic final map of a series?
I think if they scouted us, I think Towers this season is one of our highest win rate maps, and I think, if I remember from our scouting of them, it's also theirs. So I think it's kind of like, if the team who gets map picks Towers, and it's both our best map, the person who wins it is probably going to win the series, if that makes sense. It's a good like testing ground against the other person or the other team for how we're going to play against each other tonight. In my opinion.
Definitely makes sense. So obviously I can't ask you a whole lot of questions because I wasn't up there, but I did notice one really interesting play. There was a point where you stopped double soaking for a second and were just trying to push through the towers, probably in preparation for your 6 tower cap.
Yep.
What I found interesting about that is that you did that instead of getting the extra experience from taking the mercenary camp, even though it wasn't really being contested. What was the thought process and what made you make that decision?
Ultimately, what we were talking about is if we get the 6 cap really quick, we probably guarantee 1 shot. And like games can be so tight here that if we can 100% secure 1 shot on the core and then get the camp and see if we can push with it, that 1 shot down the road could have been the thing where it's like we only need 1 shrine instead of 2.
All right. Definitely makes sense. Moving into game number 2. First of all, let me just say that Stitch's Zool is disgusting and I hate it.
Oh my gosh. So, admittedly, we've never actually practiced me just like, I'm going to throw out a hook, and Rock's like, I'm going to pull him. So a couple of those were like really just playing together synergy where I'm like, hey, I'm throwing out the root, and then the delay pops and Rock nails it.
It's definitely a combo I hadn't really thought about up until now, but now, okay, here's the big problem, because you didn't teach me something, you gave me homework, because now I have to learn Zool. Thank you a lot.
Zool is a ton of fun, and I know that like the all W talents to get the like, I'm the invincible auto-attacking hyper carry better than Illidan sensation. But I really think there's something to be said for like the Q kind of skeleton macro oriented build if you enjoy that kind of approach.
No, definitely. I mean, I hate playing against Zool. It's actually interesting. I'm never afraid of a Zool, but I hate double soaking against him because you can't stop him. Like, even when you double soak too.
You leave those little skeletons and you get death by 1,000 cuts. Even if you keep up, Zool's probably softened the walls around the same lanes because of those little extra dudes.
Absolutely. So going into game 2, I do have to ask, what was your team's game plan when Kerrigan came out? Because that is not a hero we see a whole often, especially Kerrigan and Mephisto together. Like, when I see either of those heroes by themselves, I'm like, ah, crap.
Yeah, so in scouting, 100% we knew at the end, after Waffle didn't pick something early, we were going to be dealing with Maiev or Kerrigan from him. So when we banned Maiev, we just accepted that we were going to have to play into Kerrigan. and we just felt that we would rather play into Kerrigan than Maiev.
All right, so
So
at least weren't caught off guard by it. You're like, this is the history we picked.
yeah, this is like if from scouting, odds are this is what should be coming, and it's not that like somebody doesn't play the pick well. It's just we really like using the stats of the Storm, and we just know more often than not we will win against a Kerrigan than a Maiev. I guess that's a stats spoilers from our private database for Div C. Throw Maiev at us. That's something we're working on.
Absolutely, makes a ton of sense. Sorry if that's kind of like my go-to. Like, I don't have anything to add to this, so I'm gonna say
That's
makes sense.
Sometimes it does.
So, looking at this, it looks like that this is going to do absolutely nothing to the standings. You guys move up to 23 points, which is still firmly in third place. And
Yep.
so I believe this means that you will be playing against Team Rainbow Strike Go.
Which will be very exciting. There's 6? 3 plays 6? 3
Yep,
plays 5.
Nope, 3
Yeah,
plays 6,
yeah.
4 plays 5.
Yep, that's right.
It's almost like I set this stuff up.
Yeah, you're like, I know this.
But yeah, anything.
Yeah, no, it'll be really exciting. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
So anything about playoffs that you're looking forward to? Any teams you kind of hope do not end up making it to you?
Honestly, I think one of the things we really like, we've been in different rec leagues, whether it was like /GG, Chair League, or NGS in different divisions, and I think one of the things we really like about playing in C West is, I think we kind of get along with everyone, and it's exciting to play against people, and it kind of almost feels more like even though it's a league, it's almost like you go to the pub and you run into the same people and you're playing a game together kind of feel. So I think it's just exciting to see like what people are going to do, and you never know when there's some teams who it's hard when you're a new team and you're adjusting to competitive from Storm League. So I'm really excited to see. I know we got a couple new teams in C West. So I'm very curious to see how like a season of growth is going to like change the teams. Are they changing picks and priorities or macro approaches? And that could shake up playoffs, right? Like last season we were 8th seed and we went all the way. And I think like that's, our 8th seed this season could do it too.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm not saying it again.
Yeah, I was going to say, come on, do it. Nice continuity through the stream. You got a nice through line.
But those are all the questions I had prepared for you. So actually, there's one more. I asked this to everyone. Where does the team get the name Roll1 eSports?
So I think the current iteration of us, we were playing before HGC, but after Roll20 sponsored one of the teams, we thought it would be really funny, especially during the HGC era, where you tune into HGC and you watch Roll20 play, and in Dungeons and Dragons, rolling a 20 is a crit. It's good. It's great. It's the best. It's what you want. So we assumed that the Rec League version was Roll1, the critical fail, as a parody to Roll20 eSports. I actually say wearing my old Roll20 jersey. But yeah, that's where it started, was just kind of memeing off of Roll20.
That was kind of my assumption, but still, I try and ask everyone that if I think about it, and I thought about it, so there we go.
It's a good question. It's a really good question. You never know what the actual story could be, though, right?
100%. But those are the questions I had for you. Let me turn it over to you for the shout-outs that you kind of already started to give, but officially, any shout-outs you want to give?
Well, shout-outs to the team. Shout-outs to Velvet. I know he had some stuff going on, so he sat out, but, we miss you, and when you come back, it'll be great. Our kind of Mimi sponsor Osmo. Shout out to Velk. It's been great kind of connecting with them more and getting to talk with them in assorted discords about HOTS and other stuff. And just, shout out to NGS. It's a really cool experience being able to play this, a video game in this structured environment and have the joys and, emotional challenges that come with a competitive game. So it's nice to have a community that, have the community that we have. And, I think that's what makes it, we're on season 11, and that's how we're on season 11,
Yep. 12, I think.
Is it already 12? It is season 12. Wow, it literally even says where you ping me. Season 12. It's just crazy, right? Like so many seasons. Just yeah, good communities make it fun.
To be fair, the only reason I know that is because I made the intro video. So
Oh, there you go.
it says season 12 right at the end, and I remember doing all the like effects for that little. But
Boop, boop, boop.
that's all the questions I had for you. I'll go and leave it to you to enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I will not. I won't not. I will. Well, thank you very much for the cast.
I like the plausible deniability you have built into your answer because by giving both
Right. I will not. Won't. Yes.
have a good one, and I hope to catch you during playoffs. I have a lot of casts, so I kind of get to be choosy which playoffs I get, so yay.
Nice. We'd be very happy. Thank you very much again for the cast.
My pleasure. And for everyone else, we're going to go ahead and get over to no other NGS caster going on, so we're going to go over to an NGS caster. She's only, like, playing heroes normally. She's not casting, but you know what? Closest we can get, so there we go.